When Mum and I arrived home, Nan, Mum's mum, was there. She'd been looking after my little brother for the day. Mum told Nan all about the argument with Dad. The story was different from how I remembered. It seemed to favour Mum, but Nan stuck up for Dad anyway. It was strange that Nan sided with Dad, for she would normally give Dad an ear bashing about not being good enough for Mum. But now that Mum was angry with Dad, Nan defended him. I never liked anyone talking bad about Dad, but it was worse when Mum or Nan did it. Nan knew this, and so she never criticised Dad in front of me. Mum knew this, but was happy to criticise Dad in front of me, and then apologise later.
"Stop having a pissing go at him, will ya?" Nan said. "He's your husband, and he's your kid's pissing father."
"Mother, I can remember you going at Dad when he was alive," Mum said, equally hard-headed.
"That's different,"
Nan said.
"Why is that different? Never you mind, pissing cheek."
Mum didn't argue with Nan like she argued with everyone else. I think she was scared of her, but I'm not sure why. Nan was always nice to me. Knock, knock, knock at the door. Mum grabbed my little brother and ran into the back room where I was playing my computer. "You know what to do, Mum," Mum whispered down the hallway to Nan.
"Do you think I'm silly?" Nan said. "I was doing this before you were born, darling."
She opened the front door. Standing there, clipboard in hand, was the voice. Nan looked him up and down, weighing him up for size in a way that showed she had no idea who he was or what business he had at her front door.
"Can I help you, dear?"
Nan asked in her most polite voice. "I am looking for Mr. and Mrs. Owen, madam," said the voice.
"Owen? Nobody here by that name, love. You must have the wrong door."
No, I don't think so, madam," the voice replied. "This is number 9 Tullis House, is it not, madam?"
"There's a number there, 9. See it, don't you?"
Nan said, pointing to the door number.
"But I'm telling you, there's nobody called Owen that lives here."
"That's impossible, madam. It was only last week that I—" Nan interrupted in mid-flow.
"Now listen here, young man. You can call me madam all you like, till the cows come home if you want, but it ain't going to change nothing, nor the fact that there ain't no Owen here, all right?"
Nan said, smiling.
"Now, if you don't mind, the housework never seems to do itself, so I better get on and do it, ain't I?"
The voice stood quietly, staring at Nan through the locked iron gates of number 9 Tullis House. He seemed unsure whether or not to believe Nan's story, for he had been fobbed off more than once before. Nan crossed her arms and raised her eyebrows. The voice shuffled his feet nervously. Mum and I sat in the back room laughing with our hands over our mouths. When it came to arguing, Nan was a living legend, with the best part of 60 years' experience in the art of verbal combat. Many had tried to engage in viva voce argy-bargy with Nan before, but failed. Their names would be lost to the mire of history, whereas Nan's memory would last 1,000 years. The voice raised his chin and bounced on his tiptoes. "Have they moved, madam?"
"Oh, done accusing now, have we?" Nan said. "I'm a pensioner, you know."
"Yes, madam, but—"
"I haven't paid my dues to this world for rude little men like you to start ruining the few years I got left on this mortal coil, understand?"
"I'm terribly sorry, but—" Then, just as the voice was about to explode, Nan chucked him a lifeline, mind-bending his logic with a triple bluff.
"If you must know, yeah, the Owens moved out a few days ago, and I moved in,"
Nan said.
"That all right with you?"
The voice looked agitated, reminding me of Blakey from On the Buses. "Well, why didn't you just say that in the first place, madam? Could have saved a whole load of time."
"Well, he might be a pervert for all I know."
Mum and I were doubled over with laughter. I didn't know why Mum was laughing, but I was laughing because Mum was laughing. Exhausted, the voice politely continued. "Any idea where they went?"
"What do I look like, the housing office? I've had 9 kids, you know."
"Madam, I'm only asking if you are happening to know where I might—"
"Hold on. Now you come to mention it, I did hear him say something about Cornwall."
"Cornwall?"
"Yeah, or was it Clacton? Oh, my memory. I know it was somewhere by the sea. Oh, I tell you, getting old ain't no fun, you know. You can have that for nothing."
"Well, if you happen to see or hear of 'em, can you please call me office and ask to speak to Mr. Richmond? They'll make sure I get the message."
"Will do, young man. Please don't knock here again. I've got 5 sons and they don't half get cross with your type round here."
The voice walked away, clipboard under his arm, pondering over which seaside resort to begin his search for Mr. and Mrs. Owen, whoever they were. Mr. Richmond, or the voice, as I fondly remember him, never knocked at our door again. We had seen the last of him, but his memory would live on.